Hello, beautiful ones. Good evening, or good day, good morning, wherever you may be. This is Christina, and I am joining you tonight with Intuitive Chat. Just coming on and seeing if we can connect with some other people who would like to join us. I actually have some wonderful guests that are going to be joining with me. They're coming on soon. We're just trying to connect here. Two beautiful goddesses, two of my very close friends. And one is in Baja, Mexico, and one is in California. So I'm just waiting for them to come on, and we will chat. Anything spiritual, metaphysical, paranormal, maybe, depends. We'll see what happens. We don't have a set agenda or a specific theme that we're going to talk on. Though I do know that when even Christina and I get together, interesting things happen. And then when Trish and I get together, well, even amazing things happen too, in a different way. But I think with the three of us, because I don't think the three of us have ever, I don't even know if Trish has ever met Christina. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think so. I mean, not in person they haven't, but maybe online. I don't think so either. So I'm looking forward to this, to see what happens. And I hope that some of you, okay, what I have to need to do is, I've got this window, I've got the other one going so I can see the chat when people start coming in, hopefully. And I want to close one of them so I don't have too many going. I noticed that the internet, just as I was coming on, was lagging. So I hope that this just stays. Okay, so I'm going to message, I think Christina's trying to, oh. I've got to send her, Christina, can you hear me? I'm on. I am on. Because she wants me to send her the link by email. So let me do that. And, all right, okay. I'll do that. Hang on, Christina. And you should be able to, you should be able to click it from there. So let's see. All right. All right. Christina, if you can hear me, I have just sent you the link by email. And we should be able to get on. It'll be interesting to see. Trish will be on probably in about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm so excited. It's kind of funny because I wanted to do this and I didn't really plan it, even though I did post in a bit. Look at, there's my sunshine having a bath. And then Christina came on, she was chatting with me. I was like, hey, you want to do intuitive chat with me tonight? I haven't done it for a while. And then Trish messaged me and I was like, oh, wow, this is perfect. You want to join me? She's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, this has got to be already divinely orchestrated. So who knows what will happen? Who knows what we'll talk about? Who knows what will come forth? Who knows what presences might appear? You never know. They're always around. They always know. Okay, Christina, I don't know if you're listening. Oh, I should go to the chat. You know, the only thing about this Google Hangout is that I can't see the chat. I have to go to another window, so I forget. So forgive me. I've got to go to the chat window now and see if anybody is there. Oh, hi, Stacy. How are you? Hi, Riff. Hello. Okay, I came on the same moment you guys, or maybe they were already there and they're just popping up. Yes, please say hello to each other. Think that's sunshine in the back. You are correct. Violet doesn't usually sit over there. She might be, no, she's not here right now. There's a bed underneath my feet. So sometimes she's there. So let me see. Christina, I sent it. Are you? I hope you don't have any problems getting on. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, I'm going to close this window because I don't need it. And I'm just going to keep open the chat. And go back here because I don't want to interfere too much. Oh, it's actually starting to get really hot. I wonder if there's any gatherings of anyone here. Okay, did you get it, Christina? Did you get it? Oh, hello. Hello, it's Christina here with your intuitive chat. I'm just waiting for some special guests, some beautiful friends of mine. We're going to come in and connect and chat and see what happens. You kind of have to flow with this, even though you try to set the time of it to happen. It just happens as it happens. How's everybody doing? So I'm not going to, until they come in, I'm not going to focus too much here because I want to be able to see the chat. Hello, Steve. Good morning, Dubai. Oh, wow, that's wonderful. You know what I'm going to ask? This is, and I noticed this the other day. Now, I've got my chat on so that, you know, any kind of unwanted comments and things like that are blocked. But I didn't, and I think I've always had that on, but I do notice that, or I noticed in the last one, we had some not nice person in there, and I did delete it, but I would like to ask if anybody wants to volunteer, maybe Steve, because I know he'll be on top of it. If you want, I can make you a moderator, and or if you would be willing to, I just say if you want, willing to moderate in a sense of that if you see any not so nice comments, just please delete them or block them. There is this option where you could put someone, a user, in timeout, but that's really just to somebody that you don't mind being there, might be just getting carried away. But for the most part, you know, if there's any wonky people that are rude, like trolls, I know they come and they do that to everybody. I just don't want it in my chat. And they may not even turn up. Okay, I'm going to find out where Christina is. Let's see. Okay. All right, so Stacy's there, Dubai. So I'm gathering that it's like morning or afternoon in Dubai. Hi, beautiful Steve. No, I don't care about them, but they were very rude last time. So I'm going to make Steve, even if you don't want to, you just tell me. I'm going to make you a moderator. And if you see anything wonky, just delete it for me, please. Okay. Okay, I did send it. I did send it. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Well, we can start. Yes, many are stupid, but just felt them. But just what them? Felt just, well, I can usually feel when there's some wonky energies in there. That's for sure. Right now, it feels very just quiet and still, but it is getting a little bit hot. I might share an experience that we had last week. Later, depends. All right, so just so you know, I have the chat on slow mode, but it's only like 20 seconds. Okay, so it's not, I don't want it going so fast that we can't see anything, and then it's not too slow. So I think 20 seconds is good. There's nothing personal, so if you guys are like, oh, we can't type right yet, it's just 20 seconds, you have to wait. Okay, I don't know where Christina and Trish are. Maybe they're in another zone at the moment. Maybe I should go back and look at the camera. Oh, yay!
Oh,
my mama!
Do you know what happened?
What?
Google Hangouts do not recognize Surface, so I have to go to Internet Explorer, which is an old engine, and then I paste and I copy and paste your link, and now I'm here.
Yay! Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Uh-oh. Hearing myself on your.
What?
I'm hearing myself.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna put the ear thing.
Okay. Hi, AT. I'm good. How are you? Uh-oh. I'm not going to talk right yet. From Christina's.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Oh, still.
Wait. I'm gonna try the other one.
I see you.
Who's that? That's Trish.
You got Trish here.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Good. I finally got. Oh, I was having a hard time. I did not want to click on, but we're here now.
Oh, that's good. I don't know. I noticed things are a little bit wonky. It started to say something. You are frozen.
Not anymore.
I'm frozen to Christina, but not to Trish. Anyways, this is Christina, my other.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. It's been an interesting day.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just felt something come right into the room. Holy jeez. When Trish got, oh, look at that. Goosebumps. Who's here? Oh, maybe it's your mom. Wow, holy moly. Like, that's just huge. Oh, thank you. Woo, I have goosebumps. Who's that? Well, just for anyone who's tuning in right now, this is my intuitive chat hour. Well, whatever. There's no hour, however, we're on for. So it's more of a spiritual, metaphysical based time. We're open to, we're going to chat because I think that the three of us together will be able to, I don't know what, bring forth something. Or I would like to also open it to anybody that, we have people that are in the chat. So I have to kind of go back and forth because I can't see both at the same time because I'm in Google Hangout with you and then the chat is in YouTube. So I kind of will go back and forth, and I would like to put it out that some of the people are there, if they have a question that's kind of, spiritual based, or you would like a spiritual answer in a sense of being where we intuitively tune in or comment, or maybe can give an insight. I don't know. We just sort of go with the flow of this, of what will come about. That's just how it is. And like Christina said to me last night, whatever's going to be, will be. I'll tell you though what I do want to do, maybe just to put an energy out there, or maybe just a little feeling to, I'm going to pick one of my cards and just put that out there. Now, just so you know, Trish, because you can't see this, Stacy is one of our viewers, and she actually also is an Almeen student, and she's saying hello to Trish as well. Oh my gosh.
Stacy.
Look what card I okay, this is my favorite card. And this is my card. I picked this. This is what we're going to put out right now. Boundless borders.
I think I pulled that card last time we were together.
Really?
Yes, we did.
I think we did. Yeah, that's right. Well, then that's our theme in a sense right now. Boundless borders. So we're just opening up here. And there is a huge, there's a huge presence standing behind me or around me. So maybe what we could do is, because it's usually just me on intuitive chat, and this is what I wanted to do, is invite others who are conscious and would like to come on and share and chat and hang out. But maybe what you can do is, oh, I'm getting messages. What? Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are. I know there's some people on here who already know who you are, but maybe just, introduce yourself and maybe say a little bit about yourself if you want to.
Okay. My name is Trish, and I am a practitioner of Belvastata, but I've been, I guess, speaking to the spiritual realm and channeling and doing that since the moment I can remember. I do medical mediumship, I guess you can call it, and it's funny. I keep hearing the name Tina or Gina. I don't know. I can't tell if it's Tina or Gina, but it's like I keep hearing say it. So anyway, I'm saying Tina or Gina. I can't tell what word that is, which name, but anyway, we have a Tina or Gina here with us, and I don't know who that's linked to. But anyway, so I have that going up my neck. Anyway, so I've been.
I'll let you know if anybody comes into the chat or somebody says something, because I know you can't see it. But
yeah. So anyway, so I have been doing just intuitive work since I was.
Nothing here.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I didn't know Christina had something else to say there.
I think she's having problems hearing.
Can you hear us okay? Maybe not. Okay.
I'll message her. Go ahead.
So basically, I've just, I don't know, I've known Christina, it's funny, there's two Christinas here, so I'm not, Christina with a CH, since I was 17 and we lived in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico together, and how I met her was, she was in the pharmacia, and I remember her walking by and I said, "Hey, I know you." And she's like, "No, you don't." I'm like, "Yes, I do." And I remember just talking to her, and it's like I've known her my entire being. And we, I don't know how you came up to my apartment, but remember we went upstairs and then we started.
I have to do a reading for you.
That's right, I did a reading. And then I talked to you about your best friend and I read like
my spirit guide talking with me.
That's right. So that was back in 1993.
Mm-hmm. And now I am back living in Puerto Vallarta.
I know. I need to come out there. I have some free time.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Please do. Oh, hi Trish, hi Christina. So glad you're both together with me. You three ladies are what? Rocket ship? So okay, well, that's Steve talking, also known as Mantu. So making him my moderator tonight, because last time I was on, not doing intuitive, but something else. It was a strange person that was writing rude things. So I have it blocked for people, but you never know. So there's always trolls.
Sure.
You know. He's going to moderate for me.
Nice.
Okay, so Christina's going to go out and come back in, and she has a brand new computer, and I don't know, it sounds like a whole different system that I don't even know of, and so I think she's having a little trouble, but she'll come back on. So, sorry, you're kind of cutting into anything else that you want to share.
No, I guess it's just at this point, I'm just going to be open to questions or whatever kind of comes through.
Exactly. Well, I don't know who. Okay, there's a really loud noise, and it might be on yours, Trisha's.
I have no sound.
Oh no, it's Christina back.
Oh.
Okay, Hermana, can you hear?
Now I can.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, good. All right. Good. So sometimes I think you have to go out and then come back in, and you know.
It's exactly what I did.
Okay, good. All right. So it's changing by itself right now, which is good when people speak, so I don't have to do it. But the weird thing happened the other day. This is like with this digital or technical, somebody you can't control everything. And so last time when I was on the other day, and I could see me here, and it, you know, should be recording, and I went to watch it afterwards. I wasn't even on it. I was talking to my voice, but I wasn't there. I was like, oh my God, it's impossible. I can like see myself being, you know, recorded. So I have no explanation for that one. But yeah, it was a good session. Okay, so anybody, just to let it know who's there. We have a few people right now, 4 or 5. I can't really tell because sometimes it tells me one number here and then it tells me another number there. Are you guys okay? It is on slow mode every 20 seconds. Let me see. See, and over here it tells me there's only one person, but then it's not true because over here it tells me more than that. So I don't know. Don't worry about it. But if anybody wants to have maybe any kind of question, Riff, are you still there? Riff's a really nice guy. He's very supportive. He's a creator as well. And he lives in Australia.
Oh, nice.
So he's there. And he comes and tries to join in whenever I'm on. He's supportive, and he's quite spiritual himself. And so maybe he'll ask a question. Okay, so that presence that was here left now, but it was a huge presence that.
Right, I actually felt it was so thick, as the word I could say around me. It was like the air was thick, and when I said Gina or Tina, I couldn't quite get it. It went down the back of my spine. So I don't know if it's somebody's friend or family member or whatever, but this person came in and came out very quickly. So not sure.
I didn't feel anything. Normally I do, but I didn't feel anything.
Well, they just, when Trish arrived, they entered into, I just felt this whole, you know, just come, and then it's almost kind of like they went there. Trish, like they went.
It did. It went all around me, and then
I don't know, but what comes to me, it's somebody's mom.
It does feel feminine. I would say that. I mean, obviously it's Tina or Gina, but I mean, I didn't mean to say feminine. I meant to say motherly. But you know what's really strange? And I don't know, Trish, because for me, they didn't feel, what I felt did not feel like someone who has passed. And it's interesting, and I'm going to share this because I noticed this myself just the last few days. And it's actually something I'm thinking I might, you know, explore a bit more, or even maybe ask. I don't know if I'll ask Almeen or just explore it myself. So I was out with a friend. Was it yesterday? Yes. No, or was it the day before? No, it was the day before. Anyways, and it's the second time within a week. We were talking about somebody. Now, it's someone who's still here. Yes, they have health issues. Okay. But when we started to talk about them, within like 30 seconds to a minute, I felt the huge presence come. And in specifically, this one friend, and it's her sister, and so there's a week apart where we were talking, but all of a sudden her name, again, like how is she doing? She was in a coma, now she's out of it, and she's doing better. But but she, she's still here. I could feel this huge presence. And so, I get the goosebumps, and then we'd be talking and we'd say something. And then my friend would say, well, maybe she likes this, or maybe, she would say something about her sister. And then I get like, a confirmation through my body of that. So I thought this was very interesting that someone who is still here, and I mean like someone that's still here, not like an angel or a fairy or another being. I can feel their presences. People who have passed, sometimes I feel their presences, but this was someone who's still here in that sense.
Sure.
So I was thinking about this last night, and I thought, and not that strange, I'm not saying that's not, because we can feel it in people, and they're, the presence was so strong. It's almost like they literally walked into the room, not physically, and just enveloped. I don't know if it's my abilities or my senses or.
That's what I felt when we first started, where it went around me and was very prominent. And then when I finally said the name, because I kept hearing it, then I validated, and then it went down my neck, and then dissipated. So. I don't, whatever, I'm not sure what that means exactly, but.
Yeah, there's something different. Well, we know things are constantly changing. Okay, I think the chat is frozen. If somebody could maybe type something so I can see, because it looks like it's frozen. And this is another thing that happens too when you're dealing with the metaphysical world and beyond. Sometimes things don't work as well.
I know.
So, and again, I don't have no control. I just got to work with it the best that I can. So let's see, because it might be. I mean, we seem to be okay, fine here. I like how your light is shining on you, Trish.
Oh, I did that on purpose. No, I don't know.
Okay,
I tell you, this has been a very interesting week. There has been, I've been kind of out of tune just because I've been doing 12, 14-hour days with the with my marketing and consulting business I've been doing. But the full moon, what the hey? There was some major stuff happening around this particular full moon. Did you experience anything a little wonky this week? Like everything?
Well, actually, things have just been intensified for me. So there was something interesting that happened, and then Amin actually said something about it, and I didn't know. Okay, so what happened was I was doing the emotional karma clearing with the oils, right?
Okay.
And so it was the last one of the 8. I know some people don't know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's just the experience. And so put the last oil on, and which was the magnolia oil. Anyways, then all this. Now we were sitting in the other room, and there's no air conditioning in there, so it was hot. And of course, when you do this type of work and you work with frequencies, because they're high frequency, it was getting hotter. But it's okay. We were doing the work, and that's fine. But then all of a sudden, I felt this huge presence come in to the room, like bigger than what I just felt here. And I know that Montu also felt it, and the room became cool. So we went from hot to it being cool, and it was just so huge. And I was like, wow. And I remember thinking, and then I started to feel like I changed. I don't know how to explain this, but I changed. Something changed within me, within that moment. And then also I felt really huge all of a sudden. I'm already a big person, but I mean, energetically, I just felt really huge. Like I was, merging with them. And I remember like half an hour later, I was thinking about what had happened, and it happened again. So I've noticed that that's kind of been happening. Now, Amin later stated, because Tina in Oregon had an experience, because she works in the fragrance store there in Oregon, saying that what was she feeling when she was going into the store now? It felt very differently. So Amin said that now that there's an angel for each oil, and so they're making their presence known. Yeah, so they were very happy that we were working with the oils. She posted that after I had the experience. See, now as I'm talking about it, and I'm surrounded in the oils here. I've put on the high magic oils, so I can feel all that. So for me, what I can really say this week, and yeah, the full moon I was born on a full moon in a sense, and things are always more intensified for me. So for me, energetically, I've been feeling things way more intensely. Yeah. And it feels beautiful in some ways, and in some ways, like last night, it was a little too intense. Like it was almost like I could feel every single thing happening in my physical body, like in my cells. I could feel, I was just up several times, and I just thought, I don't know, I need to rest. Now I feel okay. Every day it's differently, but sure, it has an effect. Here it was almost looking kind of not pink. What's that color? This color. I have a picture. Sorry, I'm going off, but this is the picture that I went to LA to pick up, Trish.
Oh,
see this?
I love that.
See this that Ryan did? See this color here? This is kind of the color that I've been seeing around the moon.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I don't know. What happened with you?
Well, I've just definitely been shown a few things where I was at a current position that I left today, and it was kind of like I kept getting different little signs, and I kept pushing it and brushing it off, and it just got to the point where I couldn't brush things off anymore, and my house was kind of singing to me. So I had wind chimes going off inside my house at night. I was sitting by myself with my 3 dogs, and we're looking around. I mean, it was the full moon night. It was just, I don't know, it was a lot of stuff happening around me. And actually one of my dog's toys decided to roll across the floor behind him. And it was just one of those, I don't even know. It's like my house was alive. And then the next day there was just all kinds of weird things that happened. And even my coworker was like, I don't know what's happening, but it feels weird. We were all saying Monday feels weird. It feels way too Monday today. And it was just, I think it was just, for me, I needed to shift out of that. And actually, ultimately, my coworker, when she realized today what was going on, she's like, can I go with you? So I don't know. I think that there was just a really big shift that just took place, and I'm feeling it in my head all of a sudden. Anyway, there was a big shift that happened this week. And
Do you think that leaving that job today was a completion of certain things, but maybe giving you the insight that, this type of environment or this type of work is just not fulfilling because of who you are?
It's not where it's not where I can really help people. And actually, it was funny because that position was a hiring manager and helping people find jobs and whatever. But I realized that I actually wasn't helping anybody, and I felt like I was actually doing quite the opposite. And so I just needed to shift out of that. But it's interesting because the same day I had 4 other people reach out to me saying, hey, could you help me with such and such? I was like, yes, I can. So I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't made that decision basically when I woke up this morning. So anyway, it was kind of cool. I shifted from one thing to really being able to help several people.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Very cool. Okay, I just want to say hello to some. See, I got to go back and forth to the chat here.
Yeah, no worries.
Say hello to some people who have come in. Thank you. Down the rabbit hole. The Rio Bio. Oh, you're in Italy? It's very cool. People on the other side of the world. Hello in Dubai. And here.
Oh, wow.
Very cool. All right. All right. Like I said before, anybody who's joining now, we're just chit-chatting. It's called intuitive chat, and we're just allowing whatever come forth. We're also sharing our own things, and because it may bring forth something for us to talk about, an insight, maybe assist with something. And if anybody has a sort of spiritual-oriented question, please feel free. I will come back and forth to look at it. We trust that what's happening will take place. Christina, how are you doing, Christina? You just came back from Vienna.
Yeah, the only thing I thought, meanwhile you guys are talking, was my perception of time changed quite a bit. For example, Monday, I wake up normally at 6:30 in the morning. I go take my shower and get me dressed as fast as I can. I put my oils and go downstairs. My house is two-stair house. Go downstairs to eat something or grab something quick and go to work. Normally, this takes me 45 minutes. So I wake up and I was late. It was 6:45. And I said, oh my goodness, today I'm going to be late. So I did everything I have to do. And out of suddenly I felt, you know what? Whatever. Everybody gets late. Sometimes it happens. I'm not going to be stressed because of this. So I put my oils, I dry my hair, I choose my clothes, and I I dress myself, and I look at the clock. It was not even 7 o'clock. And I said, oh my goodness, my watch is stopped. What time is it? What time is it? So I went to my cell phone and I looked. It was the same time. And I said, how I could do everything in 8-10 minutes? Not even that. Everything, dry my hair, everything. And I was thinking, weird. So then I went to it was a cold day. I decided to put my boot and I tied it up. When I looked, it was 7:10. So I took 10 minutes to tie up my boot, and I took 8 minutes to get me myself dressed. And I was thinking, what? So this is what happened this week, and I try to pay attention all day long in terms of time, what happens, and the day just passed so fast. But in a moment when I was focused in the moment, didn't pass at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, every time I was with my mind on in what I was doing, the time didn't pass. If I was, thinking other things, I was more peripheral, if I can say that, not that much in myself, but pay attention in other things. The time goes super fast, and this is what happened to me.
Well, that's because we're working more and more in timelessness, and though a lot of people don't really always recognize that. And I think I know what you're saying, because I know you, and I know I know you kind of how you are. So you're looking at the time, and then I think it's just really also, yes, your perceptions change, but I think it's also really just to sort of be more in timelessness and not so much look at the time. I know we have to kind of look when we're going to go to work, but I think that our innate ability to just be on time to work will be there, instead of maybe focusing on the time. I'm sure that you're doing that more and more. The sound is kind of...
Yeah, I noticed that.
So I'm just going to ask everybody, how is it sounding on their end? Okay. If anybody wants to let me know. On my end, it looks all good, except it is a little strange. I noticed that Christina, because Christina's like me, we're very animated. We talk with our hands. It's the Latinaness or something. And so I think whatever that is frequency, well, I can tell because I do that too. And when she does it, it makes like noise in the computer. But anyways, yeah, so the perception of time is definitely making itself more apparent. And I think that for me, I really very rarely focus on time. Only if I've got to come on here and do something. But even then, what's great about it is I can just come on spontaneously. But if I'm setting an event, I got to do it.
Right.
If I meet someone. But otherwise, that's how I live, and it's just much more fluid. But so how did it make you feel though afterwards, Christina? Like, did you?
No, I felt that I felt I was thinking. I really, really felt that I was dreaming.
Oh, okay.
This is so fun, and I said, "Oh, this is what is living or being conscious, or that you are dreaming." It's just like the time passed through me, and I felt and saw it happen, and I like it. I want to happen every day, so I can do a lot of things in a little time. It's awesome, and you don't feel tired. You don't feel nothing. It's so funny. Looks like the word passed through you, and you stay there just observing. It's just,
Well, that's how he lives. And we will live more and more like that. That's why I think that maybe, and I don't know if this is accurate, if you feel this or not, Trish, but it's like, I don't think that I could go to a 9 to 5 or 11 to 7 job or office anymore.
I tried, and it went against every grain in my being doing that. So I was like, this is not for me. No. Yeah. I'm rejoicing right now in not having to do that, because I just know I probably can never do that again. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, you tried it, and it just showed you. That's all. You showed yourself, because it's you. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yes. Yeah. Boy, did I. I really gave myself a doozy. That's all right.
That's true. And wrongly, people think that you are distracted or destructive, or you are not multitask, or you are too slow sometimes, or you are, I don't know, because of your perception. It's different of their perception. And before I felt bad, and I got mad at not at them or at myself, but at the situation. And I was thinking, why I still have to do this? That was my question, and I still have to do this anyway. But now I just live a day at a time. I just do my best in every moment, and it's what I do.
You just gotta live fluidly. Yeah,
exactly. If it was my choice, I wouldn't have this kind of job anymore. You have to be there and do 7 things at the same time, and think for yourself and for other people. you know, it's not my style anymore, I guess.
Well, then you have to create something else, hermana.
Oh, the things are happening. The things
Good.
are happening. Yes. Let's see.
I feel I need to do a chime. Well, Stacy's here. You remember? No, who was I on the other? I was doing something the other night. I got this new gift from to a new chime. So I was just playing with it the other day, and I did it with the sounds. And then Stacy was saying, you know, that it really affected her and things like that. So all of a sudden, I felt that I needed to do that. I don't know why. Maybe just to break. I'm going to do like a whole session on this on Monday on a live stream, but I feel like there's just some. There's all of a sudden there's this energy that just needs to move. That's all I felt. So whether it's just us or anybody else that's here, because people go on and off. So anyways, I'm going to just play with it because it's new, but I really like the sound of it. Oh, my cat's Sunshine loves it. Now, I'm not going to put it near the microphone because it reverberates.
That we do it again. There's actually another sound that's happening at the same time. Can you do that again? I'm trying to pick up on something.
I just saw like an eagle.
Can I do it like what you did before?
I don't know what I did before.
Well, I don't know. Hit it. Okay, it's not doing it now, but when you were doing it, it actually sounded like there was somebody talking at the same time it was like I heard something talking at the same time, but I'm not hearing it now. But the first 2 or 3 you did, there was actually another sound that was happening. Are you able to go back and listen? Because there's
of course.
Something else that was happening there.
I also just heard there was like there's like a veil to pierce. Like that's what I was saying. I was seeing like there's something that needs to be. So it's like a piercing.
I'm not hearing it now, but the first 2 times I heard it.
Well, maybe it'll activate something for you to also hear. Look at this. I can't show you, but Sunshine's here. She's like half asleep with her eyes closed because she loves this thing.
Yeah.
Here you go, Mama. I look down. She's like, "What are you doing, Mama? You're playing the chimes again? I'm here." It really has a nice tune, so I got to, work with it more. Sometimes it just hits something that just, activates something. So I'm going to do like a chakra chime cleansing live session on Monday. I think it's Monday on the 7th. And just see how that goes. Because some people commented they like that. Well, possibly, let me see if anybody's in the chat. Okay, who's still there? Can't tell. I got it on slow mode, but it's only slow every 20 seconds. So do you guys not like it on the slow mode? Is that frustrating? It's only 20 seconds. I guess there's not a lot of people there. Put it back on normal mode. Oh, you know what? I am hearing myself on one of the, probably on Trisha's. I wish I could block out this background noise. Hang on a second. Okay. Sometimes sometimes I swear, especially when Christina and I are on, and I know that her computer's always made these funny noises, but
no, it's other computer, totally different.
Yeah, but sometimes what I was going to say was that, no, it doesn't have the same as before. But I'm saying sometimes it sounds like I hear some voices, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we're like being receptors sometimes when we're on here, you know, because it is out there. It's the
Right.
Wi-Fi, it's in the ether. You don't know what you're really connecting with or trying to connect with, or something that's even just trying to, you know, tune into us.
Hmm.
Stacy, anything you would like to maybe ask any of us or share, or I really want this to be a little bit more interactive. I said maybe I should put that in my description or in my title, to be more interactive, to not just with people here, because sometimes I'm just on by myself and I'm talking with you guys, but when I do the interchange chat, I really just like some questions, or if you want to share something interesting that happened to you, you know, that's spiritual, metaphysical, even paranormal kind of thing. Please share. Oh, I wanted to ask you, Trish, how does I know you said a little bit about something, but how is your house feeling?
Yeah, so whatever was happening had nothing to do with what was going on before. This was, I know, because I'm like, should I stay or what? Should I have a sign in my house? Like, I was like, okay. So that was something totally different. And it was kind of funny. Like, I felt like you know, whatever was around me was having kind of a sense of humor with me. So anyway, otherwise, things are very positive and feeling really good. And I've been, yeah, no, everything's good. The kids are all happy and saying, you know, that some of that icky stuff that they were uncomfortable with is kind of alleviated. So just to, I don't know if you want to kind of elaborate on that a little bit. You want to elaborate on what we did here?
It's your house or personal, I guess. I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know if all the details are required in a sense. I mean, we did clear presences that had been, you know, brought in by someone else with not such a great intention, or maybe having their own agenda. So, you know, that just sort of brought in unpleasant entities that attach themselves for whatever reasons. So we did the clearing with that, which is a clearing that, you know, all of us can do, because we're actually all practitioners in the modality of Belvis Bata. And one of the protocols, that's Clevanet, is to clear ghosts and entities and psychic attachments, and you know, sometimes even to cross over people that didn't cross over for traumatic deaths. But it's a very powerful and profound modality. So we did do that when I came there, which is 3 weeks ago now. I was in California. Yeah. So that was something that came up at Trisha's place.
Yep.
And what I loved was what the kids said, you know, when we were in the room doing clearing.
They were just saying when they would walk by the room that the hair on their arms would stand up and they could actually feel. They said there was so much energy coming out of that room, right? What else did they say? That was it, right?
Well, no, I remember someone saying, like, you know, when we walked by, I think Miles too said that their hair was standing up when they walked by.
Yeah, that's what I said. So their hair was standing up, and they said, you know, could feel stuff coming, you know, from the room, and yeah, so they thought that was neat. So,
well, you know, they are angels that are clearing the space. So I mean, they have their presence, but you know, your children are also sensitive. So
right.
You know, it's wonderful that they can feel that. They don't know really what we're doing in there. The door's closed, and they know we're going to clear something, and hopefully get rid of what was, you know, uncomfortable for a time for them in the house, which they also had awareness. Remember when we arrived to their house, and the kids went in, and then they came running out. No, Susie came running out. I can feel it as I'm talking it. Then she come out and say, the water just started running. Like the tap just turned on itself?
The bathroom faucet turned on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we would have doors slam in the kids' faces and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had an unwanted presence there who was mischievous and, whatever other agenda.
Well, we've had like elemental kind of things when we first moved in, because I don't know, this house has been very active in a lot of different ways since we moved in 2010. Been a little bit.
Yes. Well, a lot of things have occurred there, and a lot of people have come through there, and everybody is different. But so for the most part, it's a beautiful home and has this beautiful energy because it has beautiful beings in it. But sometimes when we allow others in, we don't always know what they bring, and if you don't sort of
there's nothing to protect, but it's just not allowing that intention in your space. So, I never felt that I was, and none of us felt that we were in any danger, but it still doesn't mean that it's comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you have the right for your space to be sacred and pristine. That's why I call my, work that I do pristine space. Right. Because, we have that right for that, to live in a sacred and pristine space. So anyways, that's what happened there. But then, you and I have had all kinds of other, experiences. I mean, when we just came together and we were in the restaurant, it was just like boom. And even the kids right away, they knew, they go, oh, it's because you two are together. Right?
I know. Yeah.
And then it was your mom made her presence like really.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was really funny. My daughter, who is 10, will be 11 here soon. She walks up to me yesterday and she goes, Mom, look. So I'm looking and I go, what? She goes, don't you see the hair standing up on my arm? And I said, yeah. She goes, that always happens when I get close to you. Did you know that? I said, no, I didn't know that. She goes, it's really funny, but sometimes it's kind of a little bit. But she goes, look, I mean, all the hair on her arm was standing up. And she goes, but if I walk away from you, it goes down. But when I come near you, it goes back up. So it's not funny that she mentioned that.
Yeah. Well, your presence is pretty magnificent.
And she's an interesting being, as you know. So, and speaking of her, I actually have I need to kind of wrap up with them for the night. But if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer anything right now. But I need to step off here pretty soon.
All righty. Oh, my friend Gina's here. Hi, Gina.
Gina. Did you say Gina?
Oh, yes. That's my friend Gina. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Gina, are you still there?
I was wondering when she would come on. So I kept saying Tina or Gina. I couldn't get it, but anyway, Gina's right. What's that?
You actually said Tina.
Yeah. Oh, come here. Hi. Say hi.
How are you? You're live. We're just seeing you.
I'll be down in just a minute, okay? Is something really terrible that happened?
No, the TV turned on by itself.
The TV turned on by itself?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay. And what were we just talking about? Did she like hear us or what?
I was sitting at the table and Miles was sitting on the couch. The remote was on the TV thingy that the TV was standing up on, and it turned off. Turned on. Me and Miles were like,
Well, go check that out here in a little bit. I can hear the dog barking, so go see what Lakota. Go. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see if Gina's there.
Okay.
Once you said hi to Susan. Gina, are you still there? Because it's funny. My friend she had felt a presence earlier, and I was saying about Gina or Tina is someone, and then I was thinking about you, but I knew you were on.
And then I want to say this. This keeps coming up, and this is with Gina. I keep getting pancreas or that area. I'm supposed to mention something about that. first of all, does that mean anything to you? If not, then I see that there needs to be detox specifically for pancreas.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask her about that, but actually, Gina, if you're here, well, you are here. I think you said you are. This is my friend Trish that I told you about, because Gina also has an autoimmune and a couple other things, and I talked to her about you, and then when I came to meet with you, we started doing this and that. Anyways, that you are well now. So I just want to mention to Gina that this is Trish. So did you hear that message that she is actually giving to you? Because she said a name, she had a message for someone at the beginning, and then you showed up.
And right before I'm leaving, so that's good. I was
exactly. Exactly, and there she is saying hi, yeah. Trish.
Hi. So I'm not sure if it means anything to you, but I keep seeing something with the pancreas. I don't know if you've been having pain or if you've been experiencing anything, but I see that there needs to be kind of some fasting. I'm hearing that you need to do some fasting. I know that some people are not very comfortable with this, but if you could do 3 days of just water fasting, I'm hearing that it's going down my spine right now. So that's something that could be really helpful for you.
He does fasting too. I think we were talking about, you could actually, if you go on my channel, Trish, not right now, but if you go and see my last creator, it's called Dazzle Creator Hangout. Actually, Tina was on with me.
Oh.
So you'll be able to see her. She actually lives in Florida. And this is very interesting because I thought about her today too, because Almeen talked about what's, I won't get into that right now, but she talked about what's actually happening weather-wise in the warfare and what they're actually doing and what HARP is beaming at Florida.
Ah, okay.
That's actually causing certain things that are happening there. So I can always connect you with Gina if you want, or the message. Wow, she said I can do that. Okay. All right. Well, that's really good. There you go. Came on to give a message for Gina, and she came on just the
perfect
right moment. So maybe we can explore that a bit more later.
Sure.
Yeah, could always connect you guys too, or maybe do the I've been having some pain on the left side, she said.
Yeah, that's what I keep grabbing. So right here, I keep feeling right here some things going on. Is this where she's having some issues? I don't know if she can answer you or not.
Did you see, I know because they're on the little slow-mo, did you see Gina, she showed you where on the body? She was asking if that resonates with that. She says, I've been seeing 1111 all day. I probably shouldn't take it off in slow-mo when there's only, yes, she saw that, okay.
Okay. Is that where she's having,
is that what the pain, Gina?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got that there was an angel that at the beginning that came through. Yeah, that is the spot, she said.
Okay. All right. So I guess this was the message that was trying to come through in the beginning here. So again, it's so with the autoimmune, there is emotional things, some trauma that came up from before that maybe you're trying to work through or need to release that, where it's now manifesting in the physical, and it is manifesting right in that spot. So I see that you need to do a detox, as I mentioned, and I'm not sure if you're Belvas Patah practitioner, but
no.
Okay. So I would like to offer a Belvas Patah session, because I can see it very clearly, some of the things that we can do and help on that emotional level, and just kind of releasing that, because I think it's actually.
I told her to go check out all the videos, and I think she just started watching ours.
Okay.
Talk.
Fantastic.
But that's very nice of you. But let's see. I gotta go to the chat too. Yeah, I got that. Okay. All right. We'll see if that comes for. Yeah. You know what? Oh, she's saying that's great.
Okay. Right, and I mean, and you can do that with Christina or how whatever it is that you want to do. But I'm seeing like now I'm feeling it. I need to stop that because I know I'm an empath, so don't need to do that. Yeah. But anyway, I wish you well, and I do need to jump off. But now I know why I was here, and apparently I was supposed to have a chat with Gina. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I love you. Hope you can come back soon, and maybe we can do more of this. And once it gets started, people will tune in. I almost feel like I already did this before. I don't know why. I'm having like a flashback in different time, in different dimension. Okay, darling. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. Hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, other Christina. And Stacy and Gina, and I'm sorry if I didn't mention anybody else because I don't know who else is on, but thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, bye-bye.
Later. Well, that was cool. I knew there was going to be something. You're welcome. Yeah, you can listen back afterwards, Gina. And actually see it was her computer because I don't hear that noise anymore. Yeah, it's gone. If you go back, Gina, and you watch the beginning of it when Trish comes on and, a few minutes afterwards, and I felt this huge presence and then she felt this huge presence and she says, is there a Gina or a Tina or something? I have something to tell them. So I didn't think about you, but I knew you weren't on. I didn't see you. And then she's about to go. And then I said, there's Gina. She's like, what? So there you go. Everything in its proper timing. Very cool. Oh, yeah, exactly. You just opened your computer. That's very good. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling another presence coming in. I don't know if I think I figured out that I've turned it's the wrong way, but I don't know. Maybe it's not the wrong way. I have this tapestry. I think it's Aztec. I don't know. It feels like, usually it's very calm, but lately I'm feeling like it's like a portal or something. But it's not always there. It's just like in that moment, it's like you're speaking something into existence, and then, something comes forth. But, oh gosh, I just felt something on the head. Who just came into the, just feel someone else came. Steve, you're supposed to see, I got a headache. All of a sudden my head hurt, and then there's a very ignorant message here. So you guys can't see it. Thank you, Steve. I felt it on my head all of a sudden.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right. So let's clear that away. Thank you. Interesting. Okay. I need to thank you for deleting that. Can I block this person? Okay. I'm just going to take him off. Thank you. I'm going to do a little chiming here because isn't it interesting? You see, like people don't realize that, there's so much more in this physical world. Gee, like all of a sudden I felt this thing and I went to look and then all I saw was this not very nice thing that was in there. And it was, just to let you know, I'm not going to tell you what the message was. Those who were in there, I don't know if they could see it. Maybe, could everybody see it or just Steve could see it? Okay. Okay, Steve. It was a derogatory thing towards women. It was a man, obviously. So anyways, So, and then it was like, boom, felt it in the head. Okay, I'm going to clear this because it's like hurting my head. Around my head. This thing works really good.
Much better.
Isn't it amazing? It's just like, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, much better.
Wow. I like you. Simple little thing, you know, but very powerful. Thank you. All right. See, I'm glad that I made someone the moderator. You couldn't see anything? Okay, that's good. That's good. And I made Steve a moderator. I guess it was just showing for me because I'm the host. All right. Good. Thank you very much. I know this chime is so cool. Okay, Gina says, this was perfect because I was thinking of starting a detox today, but was going to do an Epsom salt soak to start. Well, yeah, you do that too, for sure. Do you not have Himalayan salt?
Himalayan salt?
To Gina, because she's saying that Gina wrote that she was going to start a detox today. And she's going to do an Epsom salt soak before. I was just feeling that Epsom salt, a Himalayan salt would be much better. Okay, good. Okay, well, you blocked it anyway, Steve, because I saw that you did, and then I just removed the person there. Message deleted. Oh no, it says message deleted by me. Well, I guess it was you because I didn't delete it. Oh, okay, you had lots of Himalayan salts yesterday. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's more powerful. Well, it works in a different way. All right. Okay. Yes, it's gone. You know, it's interesting because now I don't know, and I'm not going to go into this too much, but I just have this. It's funny when Trish left, and if some of you who are just coming on now, her daughter, we had just been talking and saying about when I was in her house before, we cleared some things, and her daughter, because her daughter had told us, you know, the tap turned on. So anyways, we cleared this place, and her children are very sensitive also, especially Susie, and well, no, so is Miles. And then she comes and she says the TV just turned itself on, right? And then we had this very strange person enter here. So, you know, there's so much more going on interdimensionally. You don't need to tune into everything. It's just a matter of awareness that when you do sense something, you know, then it's bringing its attention to you. Whew. It's getting really hot again. I can feel something in the ear. Does anybody have any ear issue that's here? And we're going into a different place of sort of body. Yeah. How are things at your house, Christina?
Same old thing. Yeah, we have downstairs one kind of energy, upstairs another kind of energy, and in my room, totally different energy. And I just talking about energy. I just do not have the energy to take care of everything because when you leave, like here in this rooms, let's put it this way, you handle with all kinds of energy and frequencies that come to you, and if you are sensitive, you have to learn how to, you know, it's not the good word, but I'm going to use anyway, to protect yourself, you know, to make yourself more transparent to those energies. If this is your point, this is your interest. But anyway, I work with the public and all day long, and the most of them goes there to complain or goes there or they go there to empty their chest. You know, I used to say that the counter where I stay behind, it's like a confessionary. They go there and, you know, put all their problems on you, and then they go away happy and lightly, and you stay there like, oh, like this. So I came back home. I'm really, yeah. I'm coming back home. I'm really, really tired, but I still, you know, feel I'm still sensitive to the difference of energies down here. And thank God, at least my room, my own room, is a little messy right now, but I feel comfortable. I feel fine. I feel safe. I feel so. This is my house. A mix of energies, a mix of.
Well, that's what happens when you have others in your house, you know, other people in your house. I mean, and so it becomes a little bit more challenging. But if you know, you have the tools or you know how, you can at least keep your space sacred. Though I prefer to keep all of it, even though when there's other people in the house, you know, I can't clear everything if they're still engaged in their stuff in that sense, you know, but I can make it as pristine as possible because that's how I want to be in my house. And then if people leave, then of course I do another clearing of my space even more so after that. And, you know, it's your space. You want it to be sacred and you want it to be clear and comfortable for you. And you have the means. Well, you do, of course, you know. Some of us have different ways of doing it, and that's okay. I'm not here to tell people how to do it. It's something that I do. It is part of my work. It is part of my business. Clearing the spaces and making them as pristine as possible. But, you know, each person has to do that for themselves as well. And you can't really do someone else unless they ask for assistance.
Oh, no, no, lately, actually, it's pretty mild. You know, it's not that bad. I don't know if I'm getting used to it or what. But I don't feel, but I don't feel that bad. When I came back from my trip, my vacation, man, I enter here and says, what is going on?
Yeah, you would notice that when you're away. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When it comes to what is going on, for you to have an idea, came from the patio, a big spider. I mean, the body of that thing was this big, looks like almost a coin of $250, the body. And then Liam, my husband, that day, he just dropped his boot, very heavy boot, over it, and then hundreds of little spiders that was on her back.
Oh.
Spread for my living room. Thank God, here is we have this white. It's white. The floor is white, and we could see each one, and I could sweep out of the house. And I said, no, not here. Put your kids down, you know, outside. Not here. You are not allowed to be here. But it didn't die. It's a big boot. Didn't die. And we swept out.
Well, I'm not going to say too much, but I mean, the person that did it also invited in. It's, spiders represent matrix. So
I know. Not only this, there is another. Almin said another. I don't remember right now. Another.
Your camera moved up.
Oh, the slide sometimes from my lap. Yeah. So that was really scary. Really, really scary. This was the biggest. Was not a tarantula or nothing. It was just a huge spider. Huge. I'm not afraid of spiders. I do not like them inside my house.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I just say you cannot stay in my house. Stay outside. You have a bigger house. You have a bigger house outside.
Yeah.
But you know what? When something does come, I mean, I live in the tropics, and you're kind of also, in warmer weather, and so it's not, it's going to happen in that sense. But sometimes it's very much more symbolic, and there's a message, there. And so I do look at that if it makes itself obvious, but sometimes you just can't because you're living in the tropics. So, and to them, inside, outside, whatever, they go wherever they want to go. But there are times that, I do.
You know that tree that I have in the patio here outside of my house was full of doves. Leon said that it's not doves. Leon said that it's not pigeons, was doves.
Doves, okay.
Okay. And other birds, they sing all day long, it's pee, sings the when the sun has come up and until they go down as birds. And then the other day I was up here dressing myself, I heard the boom. And I says, what the heck? I thought he broke something in the kitchen. So when I got down, and that's what happened. Oh, you don't know. A hawk. It's not a eagle. It's smaller than eagle. It's a hawk. And there was one of those was flying out of the tree. He came and dive in direction of the dove and grab it and just throw on my window. The dove kaboom in the window and fell down on the floor, and then it the hawk grabbed it and took to here this empty lot here beside my house and ate it. And I was, what is going on? Well, bird of prey, it's power, and dove is its inner peace.
Yeah. Oh, so it's almost like that. That's very interesting because it's like I mean, it's the balance that's trying to come there. One is trying to overpower the other, and the other is trying to,
Yeah, but the power won, and I was thinking how these birds knew that they just throw the dove there. It was a window. It's not gonna be inside the house. I mean, I thought it was a very kind of a smart move, But you can see the big stain on the window, and good thing, and the glass is really thick. Otherwise, we will have a bad accident in my room, in my living room here.
You have a lot of activity sometimes there, Hermana, and the nature world really shows itself sometimes to you. I mean, I see it sometimes too, but you can actually see it. It's almost like in that moment that you're presently there and seeing something happen. Then it is your external world and nature and your inner world communicating and showing itself. It's presenting.
Yeah, but the funny part is I heard everything, but I didn't see anything. Leon did. So, and I was thinking, well, what this means to me and what this means to him.
Oh, yeah. I have to remember the story to go back to the chat because they are writing sometimes things and asking me questions or asking us questions.
Okay.
So Stacy was saying it reminds me of the story you were on when I told that story? That's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. Isn't that when I was going to where Christina is, and I had the cleaning lady here, and I opened the door. I heard some noise and birds or whatever outside. I opened the door, and this baby crow came right in my door and went under the fridge because the fridge is right by the door. So, and of course, they all were going crazy because the crow was, in the house, and so we had to try to catch this little bird and put it outside the door. And I just put it to the side. I was saying, please come and, get your baby or whatever. Because I guess there was a nest somewhere. I don't really know. And it fell. But yes, then I had to go up to the store and get something. And before I was, because I was actually leaving, I had a flight that day. And these birds followed me all the way to the store. The crows, wah, 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 wah. All the way. I'm like, listen, I put the baby outside. The baby is there. Take the baby. You know what I mean? Just, why are you following me to the store? And just like talking. So, and it's only like 4 blocks up to the store. So it was kind of interesting, but I have a lot of birds around here, and sometimes they're very fun and interesting to watch because where I sit, it's right out front, the front of the house, and they do a lot of interesting things. I'm sure I have a nest up there on the roof. And there's all kinds of different birds that sing and come in the backyard. Today, one was just walking in the little small patio. And of course, the cats are like, oh, but the birds are interesting. I love watching the birds, and I always, oh, you just saw it recently? Okay, that feels like that was last year. But thank you for watching that. Okay, Steve was asking some questions. I gotta go back. So is Riff gone? Is Gina gone? Because I know it's late for them. Late for Gina, probably. She's gone. Or not, don't you? Okay. What was he asking? Oh, he was asking how to make your house pristine and comfy. Well, that could be just like a whole show, in a sense. If we're talking about working with the tools that, say, Christina and I both happen to work with, because we both work with the tools and practices from our teacher, Almin, who's an international mystic and teacher and seer. And so those tools for us are very powerful, and we use those to clear our space. But, other people who have other methods or other practices that they do, really also it's the intention, because you know what? Some people even practice these very powerful tools or use these very powerful tools or methods or whatever it may be you're using, from sage to what we do as a protocol with angels to clear, etc. If you don't believe in that sense, and you still believe that whatever it is that you're clearing has power over you, in a sense, nothing will really take place, or it'll just momentarily clear and then, still present itself again. So from my perspective, it's also all about intention and knowing who you are. And because before all of that, I used to just say, like, this is my space, and I don't allow any outside interference. If something occurs, it's something for me to look at because it exists within me and something I need to look at. So if you have, follow a certain modality or practice in that, just work with it, but also trust in it and intend that, this is your space and you're in charge of your space. But of course, there are certain tools that we use. I use, outside of the protocols that Almin has, I like using sound, because I also, go ahead, Hermana.
I need to go.
Oh, you're going to go?
I need to go now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's no problem. Well, I appreciate you being here. It's time flies very quickly, actually. See, when we're in Thailand, we forget. But I appreciate that. Well, I'll just stay on a couple more minutes then with people here. And
thank you, everybody, for being here with us. Thank you, everybody.
Stacy is saying bye. Actually, this Christina spells it with no H, because she's Brazilian.
Yeah.
And I'm Canadian, and I spell it with an H. But all right. Well, I hope you will join me again, Hermana. That would be really cool.
Okay.
And we'll do something different. Maybe we'll have a specific topic or anything you want to share.
All right. Let me know.
Okay, darling. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So it's just me, and I'll stay on for a few more minutes where I can maybe just go and take a look and see. Oh, she's gone, Steve, but she said bye. If I missed any questions. I love doing the Google Hangout because I can have more than one person on with me, to join me. Yet I cannot see the chat until I keep going back. Okay. I don't even remember which video that was, Gina. I don't remember. Gina. I just said Gina. She's in my mind. Stacy. Because I was just looking at her name. Oh, bye, Gina. Thank you. Okay, there you go. See, I missed that. Or are you saying bye to the other Christina? Well, you got it right. You spelled it CR. Thank you. Did you, we don't need to talk about it right now, but did you see the email I sent you, Gina? Strong like a castle? Well, yes, I do, as well, Stacy knows of the protocol of lights. I do that twice a day, morning and night. I do it when I go outside. It's just it's a habit for me. It's natural, I just do that. But, I also for many years made a decision within myself to, I sent you an email about something. I forwarded something to you. I made a decision that my home, because this is where I, stay for the most part, except for when I'm out in the world, that I want it to be pristine and clear. And again, like I said, if I do have an awareness of something because maybe somebody came in, and usually people who have whatever funky stuff don't come into my house because of that. But if they do, there's always a purpose. There's always, something I need to see or clear or tune into. But for the most part, I mean, because I just want to be relaxed in my house. I don't want to worry about this and this and this and that. And it's interesting. I'm going to kind of go a little different direction, but related. There's a few like YouTube creators and some of them that I know, a couple I met, some that I tune into. And, they have this thing. I mean, there's a lot more other people out there. I'm just talking about a few that I know of or know who really, they think, it's fun to have all of these entities or ghosts or dark energies in their house. And, they play it up or they do things with it, of course, like on YouTube to, get the viewership, to whatever. But they don't really understand what they're doing. And I get that. They don't understand. But they're engaging, every time you engage with it more, you just amplify it. And you just like feeding it, So years ago, before I had this awareness or understanding or teaching and methods of clearing, I lived in some places that, had activity, had some strange and funky things going on, or encountered beings that had their own agenda. So I learned how to work with that. And the more I learned who I was, my own abilities and what I could do, I also chose to not to have that be a regular occurrence in my experience, in my home, in my life. And if I do, there's a purpose. So meaning if I have a client, or, I become aware and I go somewhere, that's different. So it's also a choice of how you want to live. And I try not to, but every once in a while something will pop up, or somebody will come to me and say, I've got this. But then they don't realize that they just keep engaging in it, and they keep allowing it to come back. I can go clear a space, but then if you come back and you start practicing playing with Ouija boards, or you start, there's all kinds of things. There's also psychic attachments to objects, or to people, or, emotional things. You can, depending on what has occurred, that could also play. There's just so much that exists, and most people have no awareness of it. So maybe one day you need to start doing what, Stacy? Yeah, but I don't, outside of the angels, because I work with angels, or some of the fairies that, have the resonance with me, that are in my house, they're there, and I know that, and still, even that is not much, only if I'm tuning in or working with that. Yes, the light explosions are very powerful. But even if you don't see them, or even if you don't understand it all, the intention is there, and you just have to trust. You have to trust in that. And I know that they are, and sometimes I actually can see them pretty well, and other times I just do it because I know. Okay. Yeah, it's a video, but it's more her just speaking. It is her speaking. It's my teacher, but I thought it was interesting to share with you today, because when I saw, where she's talking about more than just Florida, but that's one main place that she's talking about. So I felt, because that's where you live, to share that with you. But we are going to do a ceremony for this with her online on Saturday. So I don't know, Steve, if you're working, if you want to join or not. I don't know if you listened to it. You probably got the email. So you're welcome. Yeah, that's getting back to it. Pristine space for me. I was thinking about, should I change the name of my channel? And I thought, no, I'm just going to keep that. Yes, because I've already had it out there for a while. But really, that's where I come from. And pristine space is not just your home, but, within yourself and around you. Yeah, and life is much more peaceful and calm in many ways when your space is pristine. I think there's a whole bunch of angels around right now, because sometimes when there's a lot of angels around, you start to feel a little sleepy. Because I was talking about them, but yeah, I can feel them. Well, we have 4 viewers here, I think. It doesn't seem to match with what it says in the chat participants, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I do want to start doing this more often. Some of you know that I haven't been on for, probably about a month and a half. I mean, I did a couple things here and there, but not like this because I really couldn't. I didn't have a computer. So I'm going to get back to doing that. I also do want to mention before I go is that on Saturday, I'm going to do what's called Dazzle Creator. So if anybody's tuning in later and wants to join me in a Google Hangout where you can just come in and share your channel and we can get to know you and I can get to know you. So I'm putting that out to creators. I sent some messages out to some of them today and hopefully we'll have a couple join with me on, not Saturday, sorry, I changed it back to Sunday because it's just better for me on Sunday. I don't really do much on Sunday. Unless I have a client or something like that. So it's going to be 8 p.m. Central Time. And Monday, I'm actually going to do probably, I don't know how long, because I am in timelessness. And when you do live streams, I really don't focus on a time unless I need to. But I'm going to do a chakra clearing with this beautiful chime. So I'll do that for anybody who's on, because I've had some good responses just with me playing with it. I mean, my cat, Sunshine, loves it, and I love it. Just put it through the aura. So that'll be a chakra aura kind of cleansing. So I'm going to do that on Monday. And I'm also going to try to do the Dazzle Creators on Thursdays in the afternoon so that I can have some of my subscribers and the other creators that live on the other side of the world, you know, where it's daytime, night. Well, it'll be nighttime for them. Because when I do the night one, they can't join in. So I'm going to start to do some different things. But I love doing my intuitive chat. I'm going to maybe start a new theme of having people on to share how they bring forth what inspires them into the world. If you see the new picture on my channel and the wording that I have that says the world is in our hands, and there's a hand holding the world, but it looks like it's at the beach. Anyways, I love the picture. And so I put the wording on there, and I would like to start having people to interact with people, to share how they see themselves in that role and how they're contributing and participating, because the world is in our hands. We create the world. We're the creators. We co-create with life, or infinite being, as I refer to it. So I would love to hear how people see themselves participating in that. So that's going to be another theme that I'm going to do. Let's see how that goes. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm over 500. I think I have 512 today. Thank you so much. Even though I haven't been on, I appreciate people coming back and watching, you know, previous videos. Some of them are live streams. Not everybody always comes back and watches a full live stream because it's a lot longer. But I do appreciate some people have, because they've sent me messages and comments, you know, just saying different things about it or thanking me. So I appreciate when you do that. All right, let me go back to the chat, see if there's anything else. Otherwise, I'm going to close out for the night. Yeah, it is a cool picture, isn't it? It's a free picture. I've enhanced it a little bit more my way. And then the wording is, I was sitting there looking at something, and then all of a sudden I just heard, I mean, it's not like someone's never said this before, but I heard it, and I felt that I would change my channel and just say the world is in our hands. And see how people are playing, you know, their part in that, if people want to share. So we'll see how that goes. Riff, have you been here the whole time, or did you just come back? Oh, I got a salamander, a very loud one. I fill out my cup based on how much I'm going to drink during this time I'm on here, and I'm almost done, so that means I'm on Almost done. You came back not long ago? Okay. We were hoping when Trish was on that maybe you would ask something or share something. Well, 1,000. You know, it was funny because I was looking at my watch time for my lifetime. I've been on 10 years. I think I've been on 10 years last month on YouTube. But I haven't done the channel in a sense all that time, only probably half of it, and then I was off half of it. Real life beckoned. That's okay. I know it's daytime for you, or afternoon, late afternoon. And so I went to see what my lifetime watch time was. And so it was like 435,000 minutes. So it took me 10 years to get the 4,000 hours. But anyways, hopefully we can do that a lot quicker now to become a monetized channel. But you know, I'm not just focusing on that. I'm more focusing on what content I can bring and connecting. And I want my channel to be a little bit more interactive than just people sitting there watching me. Now, I do have a new camera. Thank you to you know who. And I'm going to start working with that a little bit more at times. So then I will have uploaded videos as opposed to some live streams. So I got to get working on that. I don't know. I'll have to get what inspires me, what to do with that. So I will. Anything new exciting with you, Riff, before I go? I appreciate that, Stacy. Thank you. It was kind of cool that they came on, and maybe another time. I know it's not always easy because Trish has 3 kids, and you know she's a single mom and busy, and Christina works different days and times, and I'm the only one that's in a sense, well, I don't know, maybe Trish is now, but self-employed, and so I can kind of really do what I want. Working more on my writing and sigils. Are you writing your own sigils? Would you share any of them? I mean, I'm just curious. I'm not to say that I could, you know, read them because, you know, I've been doing sigils for like, I don't remember since when, 15 years or something like that. But I can always feel them. Sometimes I can read them, but not too much because it's usually, sometimes one sigil could be, you know, it can represent something. It could have a meaning or quality to it. And then depending on how intricate it is, it could be like a volume, you know? Oh, you see them in your mind's eye, but you have drawn them. Okay. Well, if you want to share them, my email is always in the, oh, you're still here, Gina. I kind of felt you, is in the down below. And also, for those of you that haven't already or coming later, please, if you like what you hear and see, resonates with you, give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, hit the post notification to tune in, to get notifications when I'm on, and leave me a comment if you like. I think I probably don't need slow mode when I've only got like, you know, half a dozen people on. Just so that, because I feel like even 20 seconds, sometimes you're sitting here waiting. You guys are probably waiting like, oh, I can't type again. 20 seconds. Does it tell you that when you're trying to type? That I can't type for another 20 seconds? Hi, Sunshine. See, there's a chat in Google Hangout, but it doesn't work together on a live stream. Oh gosh, I wonder if I could change this for you guys, because I feel like you're probably sitting there waiting. Let me see. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I just changed. There we go. It says chat away. Wow, big difference from 20 seconds, eh? Well, Steve can chat. Sorry, guys, I know. It's just, because I have to go back and forth, I didn't want to miss anything. But then again, you can always scroll back, right? Forget about that. All right. Anybody have any questions? I feel like I'm going to be going soon, but I feel like it's not this minute. So maybe there's something that somebody wants to ask. My drink is almost done, and then I will go. Oh, maybe we better call in someone. There's 4 people here, so that means somebody is very quiet. Hello. This is my angel bell. The angel's already here anyways. Maybe we need to call some other ones. Yes, I know, Steve. Thank you. Shall I expose you? You can never think exactly. I know, when someone asks, you can't think. I don't know, maybe something that's, I don't know, anything. Well, it's an important word. You're talking about that community that you're in? Sorry, I have to clean my glasses. You're talking about that community that you're in? Well, it's coming up in the sense of what? Why? Because people are just questioning whomever about their integrity, or that maybe what's being presented, there's a lack of integrity. What's the story there? What's the scene? Okay, Steve. It's your birthday today? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gina. Happy birthday to you. Infinite blessings. Have a magical day. So, oh yeah, because yours 12 over there. What is the date anyways? Oh, you're a Taurus too. My goodness, I've lost count of how many Tauruses I have around in my life, or been connected with just in the last year or two. My dad was one also. Very cool. So did you hear what I was saying? Oh, a lot of drama issues, integrity has shown me how important it is. Of course. I mean, you cannot, you know, worry too much about anybody else or try to explain it to anybody else, you know, or expect it from anybody else, because they really have to. For me, I think it's something that's innate, like, you know, that's my nature, to be authentic and to present, you know, come from that and to present, I want to say my pristine being, which it's, you know, it's naturally presents itself, you know, with integrity, for all life. So I think that it has to be your nature. It doesn't mean that you cannot recognize it and, you know, implement that within life, and in your environment, like, you know, to present yourself that way with integrity. It doesn't mean that, but a lot of people don't really understand it. For me, it's a way of being. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. I know if you go look up the dictionary meaning of it, but for me, it's like a way of being, and it's a natural way of also being and presenting myself, because otherwise I don't think I could live with myself in that way without being critical and judgmental. Oh, it's getting very hot here. Lots of presences here. Go back to my... Ooh. Oh, really? A physical guide or an interdimensional guide? You know, I've never heard from the person creator that connected us ever since then. But I, of course, still follow and I still receive notifications. And I saw one just, was it yesterday or the day before? Very quickly, I just see him. I don't go and listen, but I just, because I haven't been able to, but I do see it. And it was something, the title was something like, I'm misunderstood, you know. But I just feel that that's a theme that's within that community. And I think that once many of them recognize that within themselves, they may veer away from the tribe, the group. She hasn't really specified except her name and how she looks and where she once lived on Earth. Oh, so it is an interdimensional being. Cool. Well, you live in Australia too. That's very magical. Magical place. Even though I've never been there, I know it's magical. I remember, I think I shared this before though. Well, if I did, you'll remind me. I don't know if you were on. In a retreat with Almeen, we were doing, this was one in Toronto, we were doing a meditation. Now, I don't see clairvoyantly all the time. sometimes. I have more inner sight, meaning seeing within the mind's eye. And it's differently than clairvoyantly, which is external sight, seeing, you know, the physical world. So in this meditation, I don't remember. She always gives us like a guidance, you know, because to get to a place, to whatever it is that we're looking to move to or tap into, really. And I don't think it had anything related to what I saw, not at first anyways, but it was very clear. It was like, oh, you know what we were doing? We were slowing down our heartbeat in that sense, and just feeling our being, expansive being, our expanded being. And it was literally within like 3 minutes or something like that, if I know the time of it. But I saw so clearly, like, and I didn't know what the name of it was, but I knew I had seen it before. And so I had to go look it up afterwards. Or no, maybe someone told me as I was trying to describe it. But, and I may say this wrong, but I think, I think it's Ayers Rock or Ayers Rock in Australia. It's huge, you know, mountain of rock that's kind of orangey red. And I was just standing there observing this for the longest time. I had no idea why in the meditation. And I didn't know. I was like, does that mean I'm traveled there right now? Am I going to go there? So I still see that very, very clearly. I think it had something to do also, we were doing some type of sound work, and I had a feeling that I think I actually just went there during the meditation. That's where I expanded myself too. So it just came to my mind. All right. I'm feeling like I need to clear something. You've seen a picture of that? Yeah, I mean, there's pictures there. I mean, you definitely just Google it, it'll come up. Actually, I'm going to Google it right now, only because now this is like, oh my God, this is probably like 5 years ago, if I remember correctly. Speaking another language all of a sudden. Ah, no, this is it. Well, no, it's actually called that. And this is what I think I heard. I didn't hear Ayers Rock. Uluru. This is what I see. This amazing picture right here. And this is what I saw. And it has a door on it. Or it looks like a door. I didn't know that because I saw that in the meditation. Ah, okay. It's interesting because just something very quickly that I looked at, and it says, so it's a sacred part of Aboriginal creation, which I was thinking about when you were, you know, now I know why, because everything's connected. When you said that, Riff, and the being that you were talking about, I felt that she had an Aboriginal connection, maybe not on the physical, but in another realm. And then I saw this vision that I had in the meditation. And so they're right here, it's saying a sacred part of the Aboriginal creation and mythology, or dream time, reality being a dream, which is true because we step out of that. It's considered, yeah, okay. It's magnetic. Very cool. Okay, yeah, that picture is just like what I saw in the meditation, and I had not, you know, looked at it or seen anything related to it at all prior to the meditation. So I guess I journeyed there for. Yeah. Well, I like that. That's cool. It really does feel like there's certain frequencies there, I think, that I may resonate with. So hopefully someday I'll be able to visit it, you know, in this body physically. I know I obviously visit it in my cosmic body, but so my feeling is when you said that, I just felt her, I felt her connected there. I'm just looking at see out there whether they're going to pick up anything, if there's anything around. Sometimes when I have, because I keep sometimes seeing, but I don't know if it's just a reflection, seeing like these purple lights in my kitchen. Uh-oh, I lost the chat. Where'd the chat go? Oh, there it is. There's a magical place near where you live. Where do you live again? What part of Australia? Steve, is that where your uncle lives, in Sydney? Or is he in Melbourne? Wollongong. Wollongong? No, because I'm saying it with double G. Wollongong. 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 Yes, Aboriginal. Yeah, but does he live in Sydney or does he live in Melbourne? Oh, okay. So that's where you live then. Okay. I'll look it up. I like to look at pictures of places. You don't know where he lives? You were there before? I see like some flickering over there. All right. Who's the quiet person on here? Hello, quiet person. It's all right. I do that sometimes when I'm watching. I don't always chat. I just like to tune in. Oh, you're still there, Gina. Hello. I thought so, but I didn't want to assume. Well, earlier the word. Well, yeah, it's the word. The card that I picked for us as a group as I came into it was Boundless Borders. So I'll just put that out to you to see. Because I mean, if you watch the video again, you would see it, but you probably won't. So Boundless Borders. Been getting this actually quite frequently. And for me personally, you know, it has certain meanings for me that have been, you know, stirring or coming into my consciousness. So I like when I get that, because it's always, it's like a reinforcement, reminder, confirmation, you know, that to move, still continue in that direction. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I was going to go off because I'm feeling sleepy. And but a lot of times when there's lots of angels or presence in the room, you start to feel sleepy. So I kind of felt that. But something's telling me not to go yet. So I'm not sure what that is. And so I'll wait a few more minutes and see why. Or if not, that's okay. I just had like an image of a truck. A green one, a green truck. Oh, I start picking up things, and sometimes at night though, like when I am really still and I'm really quiet, I do hear things, and I do, like, you know, I get information, and sometimes I just don't even know. Most of the time I just let it go, because I think sometimes I'm just an antenna. Excuse me, pick up conversations or things, so I just let them flow, and I don't, you know, I don't focus on them unless I'm with somebody, and then, you know, I do tune into it. I got one more sip of water, and then I'm gonna fly. Fly. What does a truck look like? Green, but not a bright green. I don't think so. Or it has green around it. It's not all green. No, it's not all green. But it's kind of, I kind of have like a little bit of a headache. It's like it's surface though. It's not, you know, like a normal, regular headache. I don't say normal because headaches are not normal. Regular, but it's more an impression. Just kind of making my eyes kind of blurry. Does anybody know, you'll refill what? What are you going to refill? Oh, Steve. Okay, I'm just going to say it because they're probably thinking, why is he going on and on and on about Christina? This is my partner, Steve, also known as Mantu. He's not here, though. He's in New York. What are you going to refill? Red somewhere? Oh, this is like feeling around my head. You read somewhere? Oh, Yes, can you refill it, please? No, because when it's finished, I'm gone. Have you used Himalayan salt? Well, I actually, soul? What do you mean soul? I don't know what that means. Himalayan salt soul. Salt soul. Is that correct? I don't know what soul is. I use it like in my cooking. Sorry guys, sorry. Steve is taking it, drinking it in his water. I use it for cooking. Soleil. I don't know what that is. Himalayan salt soleil? I don't know what that is, honey. I don't know. You are aware of many more other things that I don't have a clue about. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. I see. I see. Well, that's what I felt for you to take anyways, but yeah, okay. Oh, you did? You bought some? Is that what you bought yesterday, Steve? Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I think that I think he just bought it yesterday. Is that what you just bought yesterday? Well, that's good. I'm glad you're taking that. I didn't know you could type so fast, Steve. He drinks it straight down. Can you freeze it and make it like make it ice cubes and put it in your drinks? I think that it's very important and beneficial right now to no, you can have it. Yeah, there is something heavy. Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is. Been here for a while, my dear. I think I'm just going to chime it out because I don't know what it is. Though, I wanted to... Oh, for the bath. I don't have a bathtub. I'm going to do it in the bath. In what bath? This is only a shower. What was I going to say? I guess it's really important right now for us to do a lot of detoxing. Dina, especially where you live. After you listen to the video, Almeen, I think you'll have if you're open to that, have a little more understanding or sense. Or maybe pick up on your own intuitive sense. Okay, I'm going to do this, Stacy. Are you feeling it though around your head? Ooh, ooh. I don't want to put it at the mic because it goes funky when I do it there. So I'll just do it here. Hopefully you can hear it. Okay, well, you do know the lights. Do you not know the protocol of the lights? Probably need your space cleared. Right now, what I would do is just call forth the apple green light to explode around you 16 times. I'm sitting here waiting for something to clear. Yes. I don't know why this truck is very, just keeps coming back into my consciousness. I don't know if it's symbolic right now or it's related to something, somebody. Okay. Also, I would put the sigil for hostile intent in your house if you don't have that already. I have it on the back of my front door. And here comes Sunshine because she just loves this ting, ting, ting. I want to do one more just to break it up. And you know, this truck is carrying something. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, I don't know if all the truck is green. There's just something green about it, or some green around it, or maybe it has something green in it. That's the point that, for me, stands out. But it feels like it has something in it. And you know what's funny? Now I hear it's kind of, I don't know if it is, but it might look like a dump truck, but I don't know if it is a dump truck. The feeling is that something is dumped, you know? Could also be symbolic. How about that? We got to dump all this toxins, you know? Dump the toxins. I know, I've got to start doing a few more healing ones. They might be private ones that I'll do. I was thinking of doing some short paid sessions, like just maybe like 15-minute ones. Oh, really? And what do you think that would symbolize to you? Have you been around certain people? Have you engaged in something? Have you watched something? Or do you think it's symbolically just telling you that there is some black magic going on around you or to you? I think it's more about where you're living. You're not, you don't do Baba Spata, right? Am I correct? No, I think you told me that already. So it kind of feels like maybe your space needs to be cleared. A few years ago? Yeah, but you're remembering it right now. So for some reason it's triggered, you know, the memory. Because everything, as you know, is in your cellular memory, so it's triggered the memory. Oh, it's funny because now I just made kind of like a correlation when I kept saying that it was like green around the truck. But also I think it's symbolic of dumping things. But we also use the green apple light for mind control, and that what, you know, outside hostile forces. There's sirens going off now. Yeah, then you definitely, I could see that your place would need clearing. That's so funny that you say Louisiana. I don't know if it was yesterday. I don't remember exactly what it was. But that Louisiana came into my mind. Or was I talking to someone? I don't think I was talking to anybody because I was by myself outside the cleaning lady yesterday. So I don't know where this came into. I don't know what it was, but somehow Louisiana came up. Well, you know, they do practice a lot of that there. All right, you know what I'm going to say? That, because I don't want to bring that rate all into here right now. So is that if you want to look at it, if you feel that that's something that you need to have, like, you know, I can do Esclavinet for you to clear you and your space another time. Maybe, I don't know if you have Hangout or you can, I mean, I don't need to, I do need a little bit more information, but if that's something you want to do, because I can feel that I don't want to go there right now. You know, because it's time for me to go to bed. Bye. Almost midnight here. You guys two are up late, except for Riff, who's on the other side. No, Gina was up late too, though. You guys are all on the East Coast, except for Riff. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of time, you know, there's everything has its divine timing, you know. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Everything has its divine timing, and you know, it's the moment being gathered and what we are doing. You know, me being here, you all being here, and you know, everything has its time to come up for whatever it is, whether it's to be clear, to understood, to gain an insight from, to be transcended, whatever. There's, you know, everything is in its own timing. Well, but having said that, Stacy, at this moment, I do not feel to engage with that anymore. I will say that if you do have the protocol for the lights, because I know you're in light workers, right? If you do have the protocol for the lights, just do the lights tonight. But if you do want me to do Esclavinet for you, maybe tomorrow or something like that, I can do that. Just email me. All right. I can feel it's time for me to go. It is. Yep. I'm gonna say nighty night. All right. Yes, do that. Thank you, Riff, for doing that. I like that. I love drumming. I used to have a really nice drum from, I I forgot where I got it from. But when I moved away, I think I gave it to somebody. It was a nice drum. I used to do a lot of drumming. All right. Take care, Riv. Thank you so much. Actually, I will be on Monday to do, I think it's, oh, it might be no, it'll be okay for you because it'll be the next day, Riv. But I'm going to do with my chime here, and I don't know if I have anything else, but I'm going to do a chakra or a kind of chime clearing live at 7 p.m. Central Time. So it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I don't know anywhere else what time. So please look it up. But I've already posted the event. So I don't know if you guys can actually see when I post the events. Can you see? I guess you have to go to my, I don't know if it shows or it sends a notification, you know, for future events. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Did you just hear that? That's how loud somebody drove by playing music in their car. Like that was just like my eardrums. Whew. I actually can feel it in my eardrums. Okay, I'm going to go do some clearing on myself, do the lights. Thank you, everybody. I much appreciate your presence and your support of being here. And hopefully you'll join me next time. Thank you very much. And I'm going to send you much love and blessings. And good night or good morning, good day, whatever time it is for you. May you have a wonderful day. All right. I'll see you all soon. Bye. Love and blessings.